where can you go beer tasting in a former convent?
It's called the mix of the two, chicken poop.
Oh, that sounds appetizing.
Yeah, right. Cheers.
Dine with a secret meatball tester.
Are these meatballs healthy? Are they healthy?
I prefer not to answer.
And find waffles as an on-the-go snack sold alongside croissants in abundant bakeries.
Merci.
The city of Liège may not be as recognizable as Brussels, but with medieval history, modern marvels in architecture, distinctive waffles, a bustling beer scene, and holy moly those meatballs, you might want to add it to your itinerary on a trip to Belgium. In this Travels with Darley podcast, we're going off the beaten path in Belgium with a secret meatball tester to try some of the biggest and best meatballs in Belgium. And we're going beer tasting in a former convent and to a museum housed in a former city swimming pool. It's the Travels with Darley podcast, where by traveling with the locals, I bring you hidden gems to expand your mind and travel list. So here we go. We've got a train to catch to Liège. Whether you travel to Liège by train or not, the train station is worth visiting. Designed by world-renowned Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava, the monumental steel, glass, and cement canopy structure, like a giant strong wave, is visually awesome and juxtaposes the centuries-old architecture found in the historic city center of Liège. Close to the border with the Netherlands and Germany and just an hour by train or car from Brussels, Liège hosts an interesting mix of architectural styles, some dating back to the Middle Ages, as well as lively markets, distinctive culinary delights, and a modern art scene. If you're visiting Liège, you'll want to indulge in three things: waffles, beer, and meatballs. And just like the fiery people of Liège, there's something just a bit different about all of these traditional foods found in Liège. In Liège, waffles may be the most well-known food to try, but there's another culinary delight that locals love: les boulets. And it's not your typical meatball. A large beef and pork meatball served in a sweet sauce consisting of a mixture of pears and apple syrup, wine, onions, and peket, a local spirit. Les boulets is a Liège staple. Sébastien Laviolette from La Confrérie du Gay Boulet, a guild of folks that make it their mission to secretly taste test meatballs at restaurants throughout the region and Belgium, meets me to help me understand this meaty phenomenon.
Sébastien, I've heard that when I come to Liège, I have to try les boulets.
You have to.
Well, why? Why are they so popular?
Because it's a popular meal. It's a typical Belgian meal, but here in Liège, so you get meatballs like this. In Liège, you get meatballs like this.
Big meatballs.
Big meatballs. So with
les boulets are big.
Yes, because it was a cheapest meal for popular people. It's a boulet à la liégeoise. Here we call it like that, but it's meatballs with a sweet and sugar sauce, typically from Liège.
He's wearing a bright yellow collared polo shirt with the words Gay Boulet and an image of meatballs and fries embroidered on his chest, as well as a silver medal for his Confrérie du Gay Boulet guild. It's attached to a white ribbon around his neck. Basically, this secret meatball tester is outing himself for our filming and podcast taping today.
So people eat these meatballs all over the city.
Yeah, quintessence. We like it in the guild. I'm about the guild by the Gay Boulet, because we thought there's nothing like the Guide Michelin, where we can taste everywhere the boulet à la liégeoise.
So you're going around to all the restaurants in Liège and trying the meatballs?
Yes, everywhere in Belgium.
And is this one of the best places to have them?
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
So Sebastian's job, or side hustle, is to taste test these meatballs all over Liège. And his guild, the Gay Boulet, is sort of like the Michelin guide to these meatballs. And he's guided me to one of the top places for both boulet and a special drink in Liège called peket, which in this restaurant they serve in multiple flavors in little glass tumblers. They often light it on fire to show you that the alcohol is in fact strong before they serve it to you. It's Amon Nanesse restaurant in the heart of Liège.
Now, are these meatballs healthy? Are they healthy?
I prefer not to answer.
Do you have some sort of special regimen if you're going all around eating
Because
these meatballs all the
with
time? Because you
meatballs?
look okay to me. You don't look like you're gonna fall over on the chair or anything.
Who said meatballs said Belgian fries. Who said Belgian fries said mayonnaise. And of course a beer or red wine. So it's very, very heavy, like a meal.
So heavy meatballs was what we have to look forward to. Oh,
Yeah.
Big heavy meatballs. All right, well, let's try them.
Yes, of course.
2 very large meatballs covered in what looks like a dark chocolate brown glaze or gravy are presented on a plate with a heaping dose of thick Belgian fries.
Oh my. Whoa. I could have taken just one.
I told you.
And a small side salad.
All right.
I don't even need my knife to cut into the tender ball of meat, which is savory sweet and just a little spicy.
It's good.
Yes.
I like the sweetness of the sauce
Yes.
and the spiciness of the meatball.
And if you take a French fries with mayonnaise and meatballs too, you'll see it's a real pleasure.
Wow. This is very gluttonous, but I like it.
As we continue to munch on our meatballs, I ask the burning question.
Does this meet your standards for Les Boulets?
Yes, that's why I wanted you to taste. Yes, it's perfect. I hope you like it.
It is meatball perfection.
Nearly. I'm very difficult.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're a connoisseur, so I'm just a newbie here, and I think they're pretty good.
Maison Messen is one of a few top bakeries where locals source great waffles in Liège, a huge part of the culture. In Belgium, waffles really fall into 2 categories, the Brussels style and the style found here in Liège, and they are different. I can see them in the window outside of Maison Messen, along with fresh croissants, and the scent of them sizzling in a waffle maker as I enter is enticing. A tall, dark-haired baker in a navy t-shirt and apron is handing me a traditional Liège waffle.
Merci. Okay, so whereas in the US we often think of waffles as breakfast food, here in Belgium they're often had as dessert or a snack on the go. And depending on where you are, there are different styles and types of waffles.
Brussels waffles are known to be light, airy, and rectangular, often consumed with utensils and topped with fruits, chocolate, or whipped cream. In Liège, traditional waffles are unevenly shaped, grilled from a thick batter and dotted with chunks of sugar. It caramelizes, forming a crunchy exterior, and there's a dense, chewy interior. It's this Liège style of waffles that's meant to be eaten on the go. Maison Messen takes waffles to a whole nother level, embellishing some with sweet fruit fillings. A messy endeavor to eat, but a tasty one. I opt to try the traditional Liège waffles on my visit, as well as a scrumptious pastry. After my bakery stop, I'm experiencing more good food and shopping at Batte, a market stretching along the river in Liège. Sunday is market day, and if there's something you want or need, you'll find it at Batte. It's reputed to be the oldest and largest market in Belgium, and there's certainly a bit of everything here. You'll find eggs, cheese, fruit, snails, seafood, sausages. It's an overload for the senses. And while you might need to take a breath, the market will certainly draw you back in. From the market, you can walk to our next stop, Brasserie C. You'll want to snap a photo of the dizzying Mount Buren stairs, an epic 374-step staircase located just beside Brasserie C. Brasserie C is a brewery in a beautiful setting and with a great entrepreneurial energy. This craft production site is housed in Liège's city center, and you can take a tour to try the latest brews. Max is leading me.
All right, Darley, so here is where everything starts. So as you can see, those different tanks around us are the tools we use to create our beers. Our microbrewery is not outside of the city center in a warehouse. We are here in an old convent of nuns from the early 70s. So to get all those tanks around us in here, we had to hand-build half of the wall around the door to get those large tanks in it and rebuild it the exact ways. So inside the city, inside an historical monument, makes everything harder, but everything better.
So you're drinking a bit of Belgian history when you're having a beer here.
Exactly.
Outside, we're not just beer tasting, but also pairing beer with different cheeses, something I'd normally associate with wine.
Cheers.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
I can taste the orange.
That's right. Orange peel is one of the spices we use besides coriander. So this is one of the reasons it goes well with food, is because the flavor is quite complex. Unlike most of the specialty beer, you know, I feel I can drink it all night. Well, you know, with some specialty beers, I love them, but just for one glass.
Yeah.
Well, you should actually try these. This cheese from Erf, which is 20 kilometers away from here, mixed with this fruit syrup. It's called the mix of the two, chicken poop.
Oh, that sounds appetizing.
Yeah, right. Let's see if it's better than what it sounds.
Okay.
Beer tasting or hazing? I'm not sure here in Liège.
I like these local tips you're giving me. It tastes a lot better than you describe.
Yeah, I hope so. Taste with the beer.
Mm-hmm. All these local products with local beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good day in Belgium. And the sun's out. It's a good day in Belgium.
Exactly. Wonderful.
To cap off all the food I've consumed on this Liège adventure, I'm stopping by one of the top attractions for culture buffs to take a stroll. Located just behind the Opera House, La Cité Miroir is an exhibition and art space housed in a former city swimming pool. Many of Liège's current residents learned to swim here and now take in art in this city institution. It's all in a day of eating my way through surprising Liège, where if you eat where the locals eat, you'll find an abundant reason to stay for a while. I'm Darley Newman, and I hope you've enjoyed indulging in waffles, beer, and those meatballs here in the city of Liège in Belgium. Travel with me for more food, history, and cultural adventures in the Travels with Darley podcast. And look for the Travels with Darley series on your local PBS TV station and streaming.